So I have some questions for you. When we spoke about to our zappers, they asked a few questions. So I'm going to ask you some questions from them. The first question, doctor, let's talk about is the vaccine safe?
Okay. So the vaccine currently has been around for almost a year.
Yeah.
Right? So in Great Britain, United Kingdom, 30% of the population have had 2 vaccinations, right? 60% have had 1.
Wow.
We don't hear much side effects compared to what we were hearing earlier. And the safety wise, like everything else, there's benefit and risk. Okay, when you start your car, you are driving to Penang, there is a risk you'll be involved in an accident, right? You can take the train.
Yes.
It's less riskier, but everybody takes the car. So safety vaccines has been around for 100 over years. And these vaccines, the benefits, for example, like smallpox vaccine, which cleared up, smallpox is no more around, chickenpox vaccine, there's so many tetanus vaccine, things like that. And all have been used for many, many years. And now COVID vaccine does the same function. So what it does when you get injected, you just build up an antibody. As you said, there is risk, but we see from the latest figures, the risk is so minimal. It's a little bit higher than the risk of you getting struck by lightning for some of the vaccines. So I think in that perspective, and from now, even United States, a lot of people have been vaccinated, and they can just walk in and get vaccination.
Yeah.
If these people, in the US, they're just waiting for negative news, right? You hardly hear actually, a big group of people dying after the vaccine, things like that. Of course, you can hear sporadic cases, but that's how the media is.
Exactly.
People want negative news. Example, in Norway, there were 23 people died after vaccination.
Yes, elderly people. Right?
Elderly people. Do you know that half or 3/4 of them were actually about to die that week? So they were actually giving to really ill people.
Wow.
So what we saw was the headline, 23 people died. But the truth was so different.
Wow.
The population involved was really old in nursing homes. They were tried on them. So responsibility on the media has played a very big part.
Yeah.
I think in negative news especially.
Yeah.
It's about time, they do something positive also.
Exactly.
And rather than, keep on putting doubt in people's minds.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely.
Negative news sells.
Big time.
Negative news definitely. One negative case sells,
Exactly.
So rather than positive news where thousands of people get vaccinated, even in hospitals, Seremban, I think 3,600 staff, everybody got vaccinated.
Wow.
There were some of them had itchiness, some had pain here and there. Okay, some had to be observed for a few hours, but everyone came out fine. You don't hear anybody dying, and nobody was admitted in ICU.
Yeah.
Rather than those who were infected.
Wow. So it's very safe, like what you said, getting struck by lightning is safer than that, right? It's like getting struck by lottery, nobody gets it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Cool.
So it's worth, if there's a risk which is so small, but it's worth for the greater humanity.
Yes.
Like you shared with me in the morning in the phone about that infographic.
Okay.
Would you like to share about the infographic about someone who's not vaccinated, how they go into the population and how it spreads?
That's called herd immunity.
Herd immunity.
Okay. So I got a very simple example.
Okay.
So all of us have played passing the ball, right? You got basketball, you pass the ball. So let's say you got 30 people. All right, we are in a court, we pass to each other. You can pass to anybody you want. Okay, so once we start tying everybody's hands, so you tie to the back, so the guy cannot pass the ball anymore. So from 30, we tie 5, 10, 15. Finally, we tie 28 people's hands. So the guy, you really have to find somebody to pass your ball to.
Yes.
So exactly with the virus. So when you're vaccinated, just think you're vaccinated, your hands are tied to the back. Same in the game. So you can't find, so the virus won't find a host to stay in. So, and the aim is to get vaccinated. If you want such, that's called herd immunity.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
simplest explanation for herd immunity is that you need 80% of the population to be immunized.
Yeah.
So you
Wow.
got 80%, that means we got 33 million people in Malaysia, we need about 26 million to must be immunized. Then you can stop the spread, or you can minimize. You may not be able to stop, like they say, COVID may be around for the next 10 years.
There's no post-COVID.
Yeah, but at least it can be manageable by our health system, you know, and that is important. So our idea is like we have to find a way where we got nobody else to pass the ball to.
Wow. That's a very good analogy.
Yeah, so that's what herd immunity.
Herd immunity. Wow, that's amazing.